Welcome back. 32 chin-ups presented by GMC. And that's a reference, of course, to the Combine. Jeff was down in Buffalo watching the kids go through the paces yesterday, mostly the interview paces.
Yeah.
But a lot of the testing took place as well today in Buffalo. Shane Wright, of course, consensus number one. Montreal Canadiens will have the draft number one in their town. So Jeff and Elliotte are here for 32 Thoughts, and over to you, Jeff.
Okay, so while I was in Buffalo, I had a chance to talk to not only some prospects, but a couple of general managers as well. I want to get to Kevin Cheveldayoff off of Winnipeg in a couple of moments, but I had a chance to talk to Pierre Dorion, general manager of the Ottawa Senators, about a number of things. Asked about the three goaltenders situation, and he said it is a strong possibility. That's at least what they start with next season. I know it's a scenario that nobody likes, but that's where Ottawa's at right now. He wouldn't comment on the Josh Norris situation. He's due a new contract, saying Ottawa doesn't negotiate through the media. I asked about Brady Tkachuk as well in those scenes from Calgary. In a funny moment, he paused and said, well, Molson is a great sponsor of ours. Thought that was a pretty funny line. Okay, Kevin Cheveldayoff, Winnipeg Jets, chatted with him as well. Said they have not yet started contract negotiations with Pierre-Luc Dubois. He is a restricted free agent. He talked about how they need to replenish their prospect pool, but did talk about Chaz Lucius and also Cole Perfetti. He didn't want to comment too much on the coaching search. We know the Winnipeg Jets have interviewed Barry Trotz. They have also interviewed Scott O'Neill and Elliotte. I believe they've also spoken to Rick Tocchet.
One other name I think to keep an eye on for Winnipeg, if it's not Trotz, would be Jim Montgomery, who played there as well as an assistant coach in St. Louis. Also, a team to watch over the next few weeks is going to be Chicago. They have three players with no move clauses: Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, and Seth Jones. So don't count them because they're not on the market. But other than that, the Blackhawks are testing the value of anyone that other teams want to ask about. They're willing to listen. They're willing to hear. As another GM said, it's like Brandon Hagel. Can you make them an offer that makes them want to seriously think about it, Jeff?
And I want to finish up here with a note on the PHF. Expect the Buffalo Beauts to sign netminder Cassidy Sauvé to a contract this week. Not only is she an outstanding netminder, Ron, but you and Kelly will like this one. She traces her family lineage back to George Vezina, some hockey royalty.
Well, I'll give you another example of hockey royalty, the Hillman family. Wayne, and we just lost Larry, 85 years old. Larry was an amazing hockey player. He played 22 seasons. He was with 15 teams in the NHL and the WHA, won his first cup at 18 in Detroit, won 4 with Toronto, and won his 6th with the Montreal Canadiens. And then he was a big part of the Avco Cups in Winnipeg on the coaching staff there. So Brian Savage, that's your uncle. And Brian is as great a gentleman as I've met in the game, and that's the influence of you, Larry. God love.